Merry meet all. Okay, so thought I'd share progress of one of the rooms. So as I mentioned in a vlog quite a while ago, that I am moving rooms around. So this is basically what the den used to be, where I had my shelves of garn and TV and couch. I've moved that into the other room, and I have a sewing setup, art setup, and my ducks sleep in here at night. No, it's not finished at all. And this camera is quite dark, so I'm sorry about that. So this is actually a tall shelf, an old tall shelf, and I've basically put it on its side, and it's kind of perfect just for sewing machine height. So I need to put some levelers on the bottom there so I can open and close this little door here, which slides on a runner. But as you can imagine, it's actually one of those doors which open up this way so you can use it to write on. But I just love old ornate sort of details like that. So what I'm actually going to do next is I'm actually going to make curtains to put across on both sides. This is one of my sewing machines. I need to make a sewing machine cover for it. And what I'm also thinking of doing is, going forward, is actually making a pull-out tabletop for the actual sewing machine. There is a few tools I need to get. So one of those things is a drop saw and also a sawhorse. So I can do a lot of the things that I want to do here, or in going forward as well, because I do know how to do woodwork. One of the see the things we have to put up with in the feralness of the regional country Victoria. Morons who think revving up whatever wheels they're riding makes them look cool. Makes me think they've got a small wee and they're compensating. Overcompensating. Trying to compensate. Anyway, enough of that. So anyway, I originally was going to pull this big tall bookshelf apart and use the bits of wood to actually make lids for these boxes, because basically, like, my ducks are outside now for the day, so in the morning they get a quick bath and then they get released into the backyard to be my little horticulturist, and then I clean out their beds, and then the idea is I put lids on top of the boxes, and then basically when I put the lids on, it looks like one big L-shaped tabletop and another tabletop there, and I use that to put my art that I'm drying or fabric that I've cut for sewing. So this is an art creative space, and also a space where my duckies sleep at night. These curtains are temporary. I've just put double layers of fabric just to act as a blockout, and also this room gets quite damp at night and in the morning, so I want to keep that dampness out of this room for my puppies. I'm getting blockout curtains, but I've also got thermal curtains in mind, so I'm going to double layer it. I'm actually placing one of my aquariums here, and given the warmth of the room that I want this room to have in colour, I'm actually putting my fancy goldfish aquarium in here. I've got a few aquariums, and they're on orange Besser bricks. What I'm actually going to do is measure out where I'm going to place the tank with masking tape on the carpet, so that way I can, you know, map it out a little bit better. Once I've got more things done and achieved in this room and throughout the house, I'm actually going to get into the routine of stretching again, and I will be stretching in here in front of my aquarium. most likely at night when my my ducks have had their night bath and they're put to bed in their clean hay boxes. And this is something really cool. So it's a touch lamp, and it's got three levels of light. It's just that my ducks go to sleep around 10 o'clock at night completely, but about 7 o'clock when they're in bed, I have this on a bright, and then I make it lower in light as it gets later in the evening. And then I just, the power's just there on the outside of the door, and I just switch that when I'm like, good night kids. And what else? I'm using aromatherapy, and I'm playing around with blends, and I am actually noticing a better quality of sleep and recuperation with my ducks. But yeah, so I'll probably share more on that at another time. Definitely we'll be putting up artwork in here and that sort of thing. But anyway, I thought I'd just share, you know, the change and layout of this room. So, you know, I love being creative with doing things with things such as, you know, bits of furniture that someone wouldn't think of, and doing something like this. Quite perfect. The other thing too is in my ducks room I have a fan. I like to have fresh air blow in and circulate after I release them out for the day, and also at night before they come in to go to sleep. I have some air circulating with the window open, and then when it's lights off, the windows closed, the fan's off. This is actually just a piece of wood with some nails in there. I actually pop on there my tubes of paint as my easel. I'm actually going to get a pegboard, and I want to make something like a signage, but made with pegboard instead. And that way I can slide it in there behind, you know, the side there. Just move this down a little bit, just so it's out of the way. I've got to clear out and clean out and throw out things, and, you know, list of things to replace. I'm always in a process of doing that because I've got so many things that I do, you know. I sew, I paint, I play the guitar, I have animal husbandry that takes out 3 or 4 hours of my day every day, you know, rain or shine. I have my blogs, I've got my studies, I've got, yeah, I often don't get sleep, and you know, sometimes when my place is a stay, it's not because I'm lazy, it's literally because first thing in the morning I'm straight with the animals, and then I don't often get breakfast till like lunchtime, and then I'm working and studying, and by the time I look at the clock it's like 11 o'clock at night, and yeah, fun and games, but yeah, at least I'm doing what I like, what I love, and I'm not compromising. You know, especially in a world where I just don't feel like people have very good values and self-autonomy. They have to follow things or follow others. It's like they can't think for themselves or think critically. They're scared of being on their own, which to me sort of denotes a state of the opposite of courage. What's that? You know what I mean. Anyway, whatever the opposite of courage is. Oh, nearly had the word, I forgot it. The joys of English being a second language. Cowardice, that's it. And I don't like that. I like strength. Love strength. I am my father's daughter, you know. Anyway, so what's going to happen next in here is I really want to get these little curtains done up for this sewing machine bench. Of course, the bench top is not going to stay like that. It's a shambles and a mess. So hopefully next time I do a recording in here, I'll have the little drapes done for that. A bit like, you know, the old farmhouse kitchen set up with the drapes under the sink. And my goldfish aquarium in here. I don't have all the wood I need to do the lids for these benches, but bench boxes, because I have the actual lids on the bottom, so that way there's no leakage. So should any of my ducks, tip any of the water in their sleepy boxes, and it's also just preserving the carpet underneath. So there's that, and also I'm going to paint them also. I might even paint this little setup I've got here as well. There's a whole lot of furniture painting I want to do, but I just want to get the bones of everything done first, i.e. furniture placed where it is, things go where they are, and a whole lot of things thrown out, cleaned out, and culled basically in regards to inanimate objects, not living things, in order to be really, set for winter to be productive. I can't do the whole bear hibernation, put my feet up and do nothing all winter. That's just not me. I'm an Aries, what can I say? Anyway, so I will do another update when I've done those curtains, moved one of the aquariums into here. Am I going to sneeze? No. And so this is the duck's bedroom / art room. So what can I hyphen that as? The duck art room? So art duck? Oh dear. Anyway, blessed be Mary Part. I hope you're keeping creative and in this lunatic world, keeping your sanity. And for me, part of keeping my sanity is through the act of being creative and not letting anything squash that. Even if I'm set back temporarily, I get back up and chug along again. I'll sleep when I'm dead. But yeah, I would love to paint this place, but it's just not worth it. I rent, and the amount of hell the real estate agent landlord has put me through, from leaking roofs, destroying my furniture, no financial replacement in all the damage that they've caused from all of the state of this place. I just can't. If my agent and landlord weren't such pricks, I would happily paint the whole place for them, but I'm already running at such a loss. Not just financially, of time, having to deal with the constant crap. And no, I've never had my rent behind or anything like that. They're quite feral down here in Australia. The way that landlords, slumlords, they own multiple properties and they just don't maintain them. I'm sure there's good ones out there, but I have yet to run into one. Hopefully the next one I run into actually cares about their property. Anyway, blessed be Mary Part, and stay sane and keep busy and keep being creative. Blessed be and Mary Part.